So, I had an interesting conversation with my students the other day because we were talking about the civil rights movement. And if you're someone who doesn't agree with, like, kids learning about transgender people, please just scroll and keep your negativity to yourself. So we were comparing the civil rights movement to civil rights that are being fought for today and comparing how people are fighting for these things. Of course, we compared issues coming up with race because that is most directly connected to the civil rights movement. But in a video I shared, they discussed that civil rights are being fought for many different types of people to make sure everyone has the same rights. They mentioned fighting for rights for people of color, for women, for immigrants, and lastly, they said gay, lesbian, and transgender people. Now, many of my students already know about gay and lesbian people, but they didn't understand what transgender meant. Now, with my students being second graders, I had to make sure that my lesson was appropriate for that age group. Simply said that a transgender person is born in a boy or girl body, and then in their heart they know that that doesn't match who they are, and so they might then identify by a different gender. It might be a boy who identifies as a girl who identifies as a boy. Apologies for having to change the venue. But lastly, I explained that it could be a boy that's a girl that's a boy, or someone who feels like neither. Now, why I felt okay sharing this was because they know that I identify as neither. I go by mix and not Mr. or Miss. Also, I told them about the trans teacher that teaches third grade. They are male to female transgender. But the funniest thing happened when I was explaining, I don't really feel like a girl, but I know I definitely am not a boy. So, I consider myself non-binary, which means, neither. And so someone's like, so does that mean you're mixed? And I like that they understand these terms because they understand that if someone is, two different races, that they're mixed. So because I was neither, they're like, so you're in the middle, that means you're mixed. And I was like, you know what? If that helps you understand it, that is perfect. Yes, I'm mixed. So I will no longer be identifying as non-binary. I will simply be identifying as mixed.